I was at a point where I could lose everything that I had in my life.
Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are facing more rumors about another breakup scandal, but there are shocking new claims being made this time around. Allegedly, they're going through a rough patch because their daughters have all moved out. Listen closely, because this story, pretty crazy. An insider just came forward with insane details about what's going on with Tim and Faith right now. Allegedly, the tensions are growing, and we know that the possible reason for a rift between Tim and Faith is definitely true. Their daughters Gracie, Maggie, and Audrey have all left the house, so Tim and Faith are empty nesters. And apparently, that's causing some huge problems in their relationship. According to the insider, Tim and Faith are constantly snapping at each other. The insider also alleged that Tim and Faith have no clue how to be civil to each other. Apparently, their kids always had to play referee when the two were fighting. But now that the girls have all left home, there's no one around to stop Tim and Faith from getting nasty with each other. At least they have not given up hope on fixing their problems. Although, if this part of the rumor is true, Tim and Faith are attempting a seriously crazy thing to improve their marriage. Their daughters have all relocated to the East Coast. So apparently, Tim and Faith are desperate to find an apartment in the Big Apple. That way they can be very close to Gracie and Audrey, who live in New York City, and nearer to their middle daughter Maggie, who has taken up residence in Washington, D.C. The insider said that an empty house was a terrible shock to Faith and Tim. For more than 2 decades, they appeared to operate the best as a family unit. The insider also claimed to be hopeful for one thing. If Tim and Faith do find a place in New York City, they can feel like a family again, and maybe they can heal the wounds they've inflicted on each other recently. Tim and Faith's marriage has faced speculation countless times since they wed in 1996. Allegedly, they've narrowly avoided splitting up on several occasions. One source offered proof that Tim and Faith were fighting for their marriage. According to this anonymous insider, they did not want to become another divorce statistic, so they fought hard to stay together, and so far, they've succeeded. On at least one shocking occasion, Tim did offer proof that his marriage was suffering. In 2008, Tim quit drinking for good. He later revealed the shocking reasons why. According to Tim, his drinking got out of control, and it was seriously affecting his family life. Tim admitted that he went to Faith and confessed everything. They worked together, Tim sobered up, and he's been sober ever since. Tim was honest in revealing his personal struggles, but other sources revealed shocking details that Tim did not admit. These sources claimed that Tim was doing more than just drinking too much. They alleged that Tim was flirting with other women. And worse, they claimed that Tim was being a total jerk to Faith. He was allegedly partying on the road while Faith was at home with their kid. And sources alleged that Faith was getting more and more frustrated. Whether or not any Tim and Faith rumor has any truth to it, when it comes to their marriage, the craziest breakup rumor happened a decade ago. Have you ever heard about this unbelievable scandal? It was hard to miss, since it allegedly involved Tim's so-called secret love child. This time, yet another unnamed source made crazy allegations. Allegedly, Tim had secretly kept in contact with an old girlfriend after he married Faith. Her name is Christine Donahue, and shockingly, Tim was allegedly engaged to Christine before he met Faith. Christine has a grown son named Tyler Zarbo, and the craziest part about the scandal was the rumor that Tyler was Tim's son. While that unbelievable rumor has not been proven, allegedly Faith was blindsided to learn that Tim was seeing Christine on the side, and she forced Tim to break off contact with Christine. In March 2023, Tim spoke publicly about how hard it was when he left his kids at home. But he did admit something sweet. He said that he thought it was even harder on Faith than it was on him. Tim and his eldest daughter, Gracie, also apparently had a huge bonding moment when she left home. At first, Gracie decided to move to LA to pursue a music career. Tim decided to help Gracie. He revealed that he even removed all the seats from his Cadillac Escalade. The reason why is crazy. Tim had to empty out his vehicle so that he could fit all of Gracie's stuff in the car. Then he hit the road, and Tim drove Gracie from Nashville to Los Angeles. At first, it looked like a fun road trip. Tim and Gracie posted videos online of their cross-country journey. But more recently, Tim confessed another shocking detail. After he dropped Gracie off at her new apartment in LA, he apparently just lost it. He said that driving home all by himself was a devastating experience for him, and he even admitted that he cried the whole way. But unbelievably, something creative came from Tim's heart-wrenching goodbye with Gracie. While he was driving home, Tim needed to talk to someone about how he was feeling, so he called his friend Bob Miner. Bob plays guitar in Tim's band. Tim and Bob had a heart-to-heart conversation while Tim was driving back to Nashville, and shockingly, Bob came up with a crazy idea. Bob took his idea to songwriter Lori McKenna. Then Bob and Lori wrote a song about a guy dropping off his child and having to say goodbye for now. And you won't believe how Tim reacted. According to Tim, the song that Bob and Lori wrote about his driving trip out west was such a good one. The song is supposedly being recorded and it's going on Tim's next album. Shockingly, Tim and Faith have reportedly also talked about doing something crazy to deal with all the rumors and allegations about the state of their marriage. Recent reports suggest that Tim and Faith may be doing a biopic about their lives, their family, and their careers. This biopic or documentary series would reveal so much much about their private life. Apparently, Tim is ready to spill the intimate details. It's been said that Tim has gotten tired of all the cheating rumors swirling around him, and supposedly both Tim and Faith want to tell the whole truth. Maybe they'll finally put the rumors and scandals to rest. When you look at Tim and Faith's account on social media, there seems to be plenty of material in their lives to make a good love song. And it's also hard to believe that their love isn't the real thing. On Faith's birthday last year, Tim posted a touching tribute. He called Faith his best friend and soulmate. Shockingly, Tim admitted that he couldn't believe he gets to spend his days and nights with Faith for the rest of his life. Tim called Faith the love of his life, which was just so sweet. And of course, Tim does love his whole family. In his birthday tribute to Faith, Tim said their daughters could not have had a better role model. Sweetly, Tim finished off by saying, "We love you, baby." Tim and Faith have been married for almost 3 decades. Their daughters are all talented and successful, and they seem like a happy family. So why do these rumors keep swirling around? But what do you guys think? Do you believe any rumor you've heard about Tim and Faith's marriage? Do you think they're really having a difficult time as empty nesters?